The ink on the settlement papers was barely dry when it began. After months of legal battles, I had finally secured the land once and for all. The court had ruled firmly. The lodge, the pond, the surrounding acreage, it all belonged solely to my family. No HOA, no Karen, no board could ever touch it again. Or so I thought. The morning after the settlement, I drove out to the property to check the fences and enjoy a rare moment of quiet. But as I turned down the gravel lane, I stopped cold. Karen and her board had returned in force. Pickup trucks and utility vehicles blocked the road. Wooden barricades, slapped together in haste, cut across the lane. HOA property, no entry signs hung crookedly, nailed to posts like some cheap warning. Beyond them, I saw men in bright safety vests pacing with radios, pretending to enforce authority. I killed the engine and stepped out, fury already rising. Move your trucks. Now. Karen appeared from behind one of the barricades, smug as ever, clipboard tucked under her arm like a scepter. This pond is now under HOA jurisdiction. We've voted to claim it as community property. You can't enter unless you submit to our regulations. I laughed, sharp and bitter. Did you not hear the judge yesterday? The court settled this. It's mine. You have no claim, no jurisdiction, no power here. She raised her chin. The HOA doesn't recognize that ruling. We've issued our own mandate. If you want access to this pond, you'll sell us the property at a fair price. I stepped closer, lowering my voice to a blade's edge. And what if I don't? Her smile widened. Then we'll escalate. Fines, lawsuits, public campaigns. You'll bleed money until you're forced to give up. Sell now, and you save yourself the pain. My hands tightened into fists. For a moment I considered shouting, breaking the barricade right then and there. But instead I smiled. You know what, Karen? Thank you. She blinked, caught off guard. Thank me? For what? For giving me the last piece of evidence I needed. I pulled out my phone and recorded everything. Her threats, the barricades, the false signs. Every word sealed her fate. Within hours, I was back at the courthouse, filing a motion for contempt and damages. The judge's response was swift and merciless. By defying a court order, Karen and the HOA had crossed into dangerous territory. The penalties weren't just fines, they were astronomical. A week later, we gathered again in the same courtroom where I'd won before. Karen and her cronies looked exhausted, their bravado chipped away. The judge leaned forward, voice cold as iron. I gave explicit orders that this property belongs to Mr. Jensen. Your attempt to barricade and claim his land is a direct violation of this court. I have no patience for your arrogance. Karen tried to speak, but the judge slammed the gavel. Silence. Effective immediately, you and your association are fined $3 million in damages, payable to the plaintiff. Furthermore, you are barred from approaching his property again. Any further interference will result in criminal charges. Gasps rippled through the room. 3 million. The number hit Karen like a blow to the chest. Her mouth opened, closed, then opened again, but no words came out. Her board members whispered frantically, already turning against her. Some glared, others buried their faces in their hands. The empire she had built on intimidation was collapsing brick by brick. When the session adjourned, reporters swarmed the steps. Headlines blazed the next day. HOA ordered to pay $3 million after pond dispute. Judge slams HOA for defying court order. Back at the lodge, I stood at the water's edge, the pond calm under the afternoon sun. My spouse joined me, their hand finding mine. 3 million, they murmured, almost disbelieving. That'll keep them quiet. I smiled faintly, watching a heron skim across the water. Quiet? Maybe. But more importantly, it proves something. They thought they could bully us, bury us, bankrupt us. Instead, they bankrupted themselves. The barricades were gone. The road was clear. And the pond, our pond, was more peaceful than it had been in years. Karen had tried to steal, threaten, and break us. But in the end, she only destroyed herself. And as the evening sun painted the water gold, I knew one thing for certain. This land, this lodge, this legacy, it would outlast her. Always.